Facts about Rumpke. Began in 1932 in Carthage, Ohio. Started as a hog farm, currently employs over 2,000 people. Businesses include waste hauling, landfill management, recycling, portable restrooms, and hydraulics manufacturing.
You will be a helper on a rear loader truck.
What is OSHA? Occupational Safety and Health Administration. OSHA sets regulations to keep employees safe while on the job. Rumpke is covered under OSHA. We will provide a safe and healthy workplace, follow requirements and standards, maintain record keeping on illness and injury, cooperate with OSHA, formal inspection, and post the OSHA poster. Workers' rights and responsibilities. You must follow our safety and health rules, follow safe work practices, report hazardous conditions to your supervisor, report all injuries, only perform work you are authorized to perform, never operate machinery unless trained by Rumpke to do so. Personal protective equipment includes work boots, at least 6 inches and no tennis shoes, reflective vests, safety glasses, hard hat, and work gloves. Personal protective equipment includes your reflective vest. Prior to putting on, inspect the vest for wear and tear. Put the vest on carefully to make sure the reflective strips are visible on both the front and the back. Carefully attach it with the Velcro, ensuring that it is fully visible from front and back. Hard hats at Rumpke. White, supervisors and managers. Blue, Rumpke employees. Orange, temporary employees. Yellow, visitors of Rumpke. Proper use of your safety helmet requires a tight fit. If it does not fit tightly, carefully examine the adjustable strap so that it can be readjusted to fit your head. Snap it in place and retry the fit so that it is snug and not loose. PPE must be worn at all times. If damaged, see your driver or your supervisor at Rumpke. To wash, follow all the directions located on the garment or see your Rumpke supervisor. Store all PPE so it does not get damaged or stolen. Fire prevention. For a fire at the small and beginning stage, use a fire extinguisher. To remember how to use a fire extinguisher, just remember the acronym PASS. Pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the handle, and sweep at the base of the flame. OSHA Hazard Communication. Rumpke has a HazCom program. You are not authorized to perform any work at Rumpke involving chemicals. You are not expected to handle chemicals. The HazCom program is available for review by request through your Rumpke supervisor. Chemicals such as fuel, oil, antifreeze will be handled by the Rumpke truck driver. Rumpke uses labels to identify a chemical's hazards. Rumpke maintains an MSDS, Material Safety Data Sheet, at all of its locations. This is available for your review. OSHA Bloodborne Pathogens. Rumpke does not anticipate you to come into contact with blood or any other body fluid. If you see any needles en route, do not touch them, and report this immediately to your driver. If you are stuck with a needle, report immediately to your driver. Exposure Control Plan. Exposure Control Plan includes what steps will be taken if a needle stick or blood exposure should occur. Your temp agency will be notified. Rumpke's Bloodborne Pathogens program is available for your review at any time. Slips, trips, and falls. The hazard of slips, trips, and falls for helpers on the route include rain, ice, and snow, potholes, gravel, road debris, trash items, oil spills, or stepping off the truck while the truck is moving. Always watch where you step. If it is dark and you are unsure, use caution when stepping on curbs and in ditches. Always wait until the truck comes to a complete stop prior to getting off the riding step. Remember, you are only authorized to ride the riding step up to 10 miles per hour or 0.2 of a mile. Safe use of a ladder requires that you always maintain 3-point contact. That would be maintaining both of your feet, left or right hand, or both of your hands and left or right foot. When coming down from the ladder, always remember to have both feet on the ground before letting go. Back injury prevention. Do not attempt anything heavier than 75 pounds by yourself. Any white steel, refrigerator, washing machine, dryer, stoves, etc. is always a two-person lift. Couches, large chairs, tables, etc. should always be a two-person lift. Always ask your driver for help if something seems too heavy to lift. When lifting items under 75 pounds, squat near the item with the item between your legs. Keep your back straight, grab the item with both hands. Lift with your legs, carry the item close to you, do not twist at the waist. Use your feet and pivot your entire body. Proper lifting requires you to approach the object you are going to lift, squat down as close to the object as possible, lift with your knees, keeping your back straight as possible. Do the same while putting the item down. Lockout, tagout. Rumpke uses lockout, tagout on our trucks when getting inside the packer body, on top of, or under the truck. Lockout, tagout is to be performed by the driver only. As a helper, you are never to be inside the packer body of the truck at any time for any reason. You are called an affected employee. Affected means that you are not authorized, have not been issued locks, and will not be trained on the specific lockout procedure for the trucks. Rumpke color codes their locks. Red is maintenance personnel, blue is drivers and operators, gold is management and supervisors. Heat stress. You will be exposed to the elements and inclement weather. Heat stress is a serious concern in our industry. Heat stress is mostly battled by inadequate hydration. You must never wait until you are thirsty. By the time you are thirsty, it is sometimes too late. Our company provides means for hydration. Notify your driver anytime you are feeling dizzy, sick, or shaky in the heat. It is important to get to a cool area and start drinking water. Avoid caffeine, sugar drinks, and heavy meals in the heat. Water and sports drinks offer a great means of hydration. Signs of heat stress: muscle cramps, red bumps on skin, abnormal body temperature, heavy sweating, fatigue, headache, and nausea. If any of these symptoms occur, tell your driver immediately. Cold stress. Cold stress includes frostbite and hypothermia. Cold stress prevention. Dress in layers. Add and remove clothing as needed. Wear thermal materials. Drink plenty of water. Wear hats and gloves, and allow clothes to vent. Pay attention to your body signs. Injury reporting. All injuries must be reported to your driver and your Rumpke supervisor. You and your Rumpke supervisor must also report the injury to your temp agency. Waste criteria. Solid waste includes any garbage, refuse, sludge, discarded material including solid, liquid, or contained gaseous material resulting from industrial, commercial, mining, and agricultural operations and from community activities. Examples of solid waste: residential, commercial, office, lunchroom, industrial, and special waste. Acceptable household waste. All appliances except appliances containing Freon. The Freon must be removed, and Freon recovery statement must be attached to appliance. Paint if solidified. Medical waste if contained and labeled. Sharps must be in rigid plastic container. Aerosol cans if emptied and nozzle removed. Fluorescent tubes, televisions, and computers. Fluorescent bulbs should be wrapped and taped in newspaper to protect the driver and the helper from broken glass fragments. Thermostats and smoke detectors. Fertilizer, weed killer only after solidified. Small amounts of used oil and gasoline only after solidified with absorbent. Yard waste, examples are grass, pine needles, leaves, brush, and tree branches. Must be cut in 4 feet lengths, bundles no more than 2 feet in diameter, limbs no more than 8 inches in diameter. Non-acceptable household waste: car, motorcycle, or tractor batteries, pool chemicals and chlorine. They may cause fires and or toxic vapors. Tires, large vehicle body parts, water pumps, etc. are okay. Heating oil tanks. Riding mowers, pianos, ammunition, contact police. Glass doors, complete swing sets, propane cylinders unless the tank is empty and valve is removed. Combustible materials, any type of fluids, any materials identified as hazardous, bricks, stones, rocks, soil, concrete, sawdust, pallets, boards, and fencing material. Bulky material, as in drywall and plywood. Industrial waste. Industrial waste is any type of solid waste generated by manufacturing or industrial operations and includes, but not limited to, waste resulting from electric power generation, fertilization and agricultural chemicals, food and food-related byproducts, wastewater treatment plant sludge, empty containers, drums, tanks, etc., iron and steel manufacturing, non-ferrous metals and manufacturing. Paint waste includes booth filters, paint chips, sandblasting sand, and solvents. Plastic products, utility waste, fly ash, scrubber sludge, cement kiln dust, foundry sand, asbestos-containing material, unused chemicals, contaminated soils, other solid waste generated from an industrial process. Fluorescent tubes are not acceptable for pickup as commercial and industrial waste. Contact your supervisor. Questionable industrial waste loads. The load may be dry and dusty, odorous, wet, too heavy, hot or generating heat, could result in a fire, contains asbestos or other regulated waste. Non-hazardous waste manifest is incomplete or missing. If you encounter problems, contact dispatch. Helpers should notify the driver. Customer service. The most common customer complaints: throwing cans, lids, and recycling bins, blocking the driveway with lids or cans, missing or damaged cans, lids, and bins, damaged mailboxes, yards, and lawns, driving left of center of road, which is strictly prohibited. The most common driver and helper customer complaints: more trash than permitted, trash not at curb when you arrive, items too big for truck to pick up, no advance call for special pickup, containers and cans blocked, containers and cans overloaded and unsafe to haul or load, debris sticking out of the top of the can, loose debris, not bundled boards, yard waste, etc., can in bad shape, and trash not in cans. How to handle customer service issues. Always be kind and courteous. Follow policies and procedures. Call the office when in doubt or need help. Helpers should have the drivers make the notification. Utilize the appropriate sticker when applicable. Helpers should seek assistance from drivers. Do not argue with customers. Be polite and helpful at all times. Remember, exceptional customer service is the reason we are still in business today. Questions or concerns? Drivers are to contact dispatch or their supervisor immediately. Helpers are to seek assistance from the driver. In an emergency, contact dispatch if necessary. Notification procedures will differ at each location. General operating safety. Safety. Highest priority should be safety. Use common sense, pay attention, and avoid accidents. Always be prepared. Know your strengths and weaknesses. Must understand capabilities and limitations of vehicle with hands-on training. Be observant and identify hazards. General safety tips. Helpers must understand specific operations on the rear of the truck. Familiarize themselves with warning labels and directions. Understand company policies that affect you. Be alert for hazardous situations. Be watchful for other people. Report all unsafe work practices. If injured, get first aid. Report incident to supervisor. Helpers should have the driver report issues. Never consume or carry alcohol or use drugs. Concealed weapons are prohibited. Use proper PPE when applicable. Safety glasses, boots, gloves, etc. Never bypass any safety device. No headsets for music listening may be worn. Only ride on designated riding steps. Never ride on steps when the truck is traveling in reverse, more than 10 miles per hour, or more than 0.2 of a mile. Never mount or dismount the vehicle while it is in motion. Ride facing the side of the vehicle with both hands on handholds. Passenger side if possible. Do not cross or stand behind vehicle while it is traveling in reverse. Stand clear when packer is in motion. Stand off to the side. Do not operate packer when someone is standing behind the hopper. Stand clear of lifting device when in motion. Never walk under raised container. Keep hands and all other body parts away from pinch points. Example, sweep panel and hopper sill. Be watchful for all traffic. Keep your eyes and ears open. Never walk in front of or into traffic. Only qualified drivers can operate a Rumpke vehicle. Seatbelts must be worn when in transit. Speeds greater than 20 miles per hour or distance greater than 0.2 of a mile. During transit, all doors must be closed and latched. Personal safety. Identify unsafe situations and dangerous conditions. Almost all accidents can be prevented. How accidents and injuries happen. Complacency. Not paying attention. Emotions, being angry or upset. Fatigue, not getting enough sleep. Risk-taking, ignoring what you've learned. Self-centeredness, rules don't apply to me. Carelessness, horseplay, letting guard down. Instead of bad attitude, use positive attitude. Pay attention during training. Follow safety rules. Think about risk before starting a job or task. Stay alert and focused. Consider how your actions might affect the safety of others. Landfill and MRF safety. Pay attention to actions of drivers and operators. Helpers must stay on cab while the truck is being dumped. At cleanout area, be alert for potential problems. Tailgates could come loose or roll off. Watch for other drivers backing. Look for hazards when exiting the vehicle. Watch for large equipment operating. When in doubt, do not exit the vehicle until it is safe to do so. Watch for trip hazards. Do not walk under raised tailgates. Do not walk into the path of another vehicle. Never enter the hopper or body without using lockout-tagout procedures. Follow all facility procedures and never take chances. Entering and exiting the vehicle. Check the condition of each step and handhold. Keep all step surfaces clear of debris. Always have 3 points of contact. Do not exit the vehicle until it is completely stopped. Check mirrors before exiting the cab. Hand signals. Helper and driver must discuss signals. Stop, move right, move left, back, pull forward, distance left to back. Hold hands apart to indicate distance left. Emergency triangles placement is used to warn motorists of an accident, breakdown, or any other emergency situation. When using, driver must turn flashers on, place triangles out ASAP within 10 minutes, walk off of the roadway when placing the triangles. Driver may turn flashers off after triangles have been deployed. Placement on a two-way or undivided highway. First within 10 feet of rear of truck. Second about 100 feet past first one. Third about 100 feet in front of the truck. Placement on a one-way or divided highway. First within 10 feet of rear of truck. Second about 100 feet past first one. Third about 200 feet toward approaching traffic. Taper triangles towards shoulder. If view is blocked, driver must move to where visible. When ready to leave, drivers must turn flashers back on. Someone must pick up triangles. Start with the farthest away, work back to the vehicle. Do not turn your back to traffic. Wear reflective PPE at all times. Fire prevention. Watch for frayed or broken wiring. Watch for fuel and hydraulic leaks. Keep cab clean of paper and oily rags. Remove trash debris from hot area. Do not smoke in hazardous areas. Watch load items that may cause fires. Shut the battery off and disconnect in an event of an electrical fire. Fire emergencies in load. Constantly monitor the load of signs of fire. Smoke coming from body or container. Blistering paint from body or container. Hot spots in body or container. If fire is detected in load, the driver should find an open area with paved surface, park away from vehicles and buildings, call fire department or dispatch, notify supervisor. If able to perform without danger, set container off to separate from vehicle. All other trucks, rear loader and front loader, use common sense. Last resort, dump the trash if it is necessary. Extinguish any fire on vehicle if possible. Employee safety comes first. Use the pass method. Pull pin, aim nozzle at base of fire, squeeze handle, and sweep to extinguish. Keep people away from the fire. Emergency situations. Steps to take at an accident scene. Stop immediately, do not leave the scene. Call dispatch immediately. Provide assistance to injured if safe to do so, and protect the scene. Make statements regarding the accident to only police and company personnel. If fuel or oil spill, take action. In any event, the placement of the safety triangles must occur ASAP. Operations notification. Contact procedures will be issued at each specific location. Hydraulic fuel spills. Brief review of Rumpke spill response. Any spill which causes potential liability either due to safety or environmental hazard, stop the spill, shut off vehicle, and apply brake. Isolate the area, prevent further damage. Prevent from entering a waterway. Notify supervisor or dispatcher. Do not leave the area until released.